to have a panel discussion on improving diversity at a leadership level, it is an absolute pleasure to welcome our panelists on stage. Please welcome with a huge round of applause, Mrs. Rachna Monga, Sanskriti KMV School, Tanda Road, Jalandhar PB. Let's welcome her with a huge round of applause, please. Dr. Anju Sharma, founder and chairperson, Happy Heart Foundation Trust. And Ms. Archana Garg, Chief Operating Officer, Techspian. Archana ma'am, how would you define improving diversity at leadership level? What exactly do you mean when you say improving diversity at leadership level?
So diversity in leadership consists of two words, right? Diversity and leadership. The leadership comes from the heart, comes from your personal stories, your life choices, and it is typically bringing, motivating and inspiring people, the team, generally the acquaintances, generally anybody that you meet. So when you bring the diversity with the varied background and the varied culture, varied gender, ethnic, be it anything, then it brings a lot of mix of lot of various experiences that brings your stories very much personal, and that gives the people to connect with you more, and that brings a lot of motivation in the people. So diversity is something that brings a lot of positivity in the workplace.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Our next question is, why is improving diversity at leadership level so important right now? Anyone could take this question.
Anyone could take?
Sorry?
Anyone
yes,
could
absolutely.
Take? Okay, I'll take that question. Namaskar, good evening. I am Rachna Monga and I have come from Punjab all the way. And diversity, as ma'am said, it is like unlikeliness. Unlikeliness means we at a workplace in this changing scenario where IT has taken the first seat, diversity in all respect, in every area of life is very, very important.
Absolutely.
Number one. Number two, as an educationist, our products are human beings. We produce tomorrow's generation. And for tomorrow's generation, we are supposed to give them everything, the rounded development. And here, giving them diversity in their thought process is much essential. When children, we cater to the age group, we are a K-12 school, and children, we cater to the children of age group 2.5 to 18. You can very well imagine how important this human segment is. So diversity has its own pros and cons, and with the children, diversifying can be risky as well. It's the biggest challenge, and it can be the biggest risk as well for all the stakeholders. Our stakeholders are future of tomorrow. So I feel having diversity as an educationist is essential, as well as the risk which is involved, and as a leader, it's very, very difficult to handle.
Absolutely.
There are biggest challenges because earlier were the days when a girl used to misbehave, the whole society used to ask, "Maane kuch nahi sikhaya?" Now are the days, if any child misbehaves, so asked, "Bada ganda bachcha kis school mein padhta hai?" So it's not unto the mother, it is on to us as an educationist, I must say. But diversification, that unlikeliness, that is very, very important in today's scenario.
Thank you, ma'am. What is the biggest challenge about improving diversity at leadership level today?
Good evening, everyone. Namaste. I'm Dr. Anju Sharma, and I'm an emotional health consultant and a medical mental health practitioner. I work on mental health issues. So, as we talk about diversity and challenges, don't you think it's a perfect topic to be discussed today? Because today is World Mental Health Day.
Wow.
And if we talk about challenges, the basic challenge is हम अपने घरों में नहीं देखते क्या? घर में भी तो देखते हैं. Diversity means, in a simple language, it means variation. It means difference of opinion, difference of anything. So don't go for big theory. So if you understand the diversity, if you understand the variation, if you understand the challenges, everything can be solved. But what I found, being a doctor, that a diversity in any organization, even in your home, it can bring lot of mental issues, emotional issues. Because once, if we talk about school students, bullying is very much common these days, in fact, if some child can have like long hairs, color, skin thing, weight issues, these all are, don't you think these all are challenges? It is a major challenges. Even in, if we talk about improving diversity, we cannot improve diversity, we cannot improve once we cannot change our mental health. We cannot change anything once, things can be changed when we change our thinking pattern. Things can be changed when we change what we want to change. But the challenge is, we want to change the another person.
True.
We don't want to change ourselves. We don't want to see ourselves. We always see others, इसने ऐसा कर दिया, उसने ऐसा कर दिया. We never see, हमने क्या किया. So if you want to, improve anything in the variation. See, हमारे हिंदुस्तान, हमारा भारत, I never call it India, I always call it Bharat. Why? Because, when we talk about Bharat, Hindustan always gives a feeling of, uniting. हम लोग एक हैं. Otherwise, भारत से ज़्यादा कोई बड़ा diversity, variation का country है. We have divided North India, South India. We have divided, in a North India, we have divided a lot of things, languages, culture. But once we all are in Bharat, when we represent Bharat, we represent everything. But internally, the challenges are, अगर आप लोगों ने देखा है, आप लोगों ने movies देखी हैं, सब लोग movies देखते हो? सब लोग देखते हो ना? Sports movies कितने लोगों ने देखी हैं? अच्छा, किसी ने मैरी कॉम देखी थी? उसमें देखा था perfect example of diversity, perfect example. So these were the main challenges. Challenges हर field में होते हैं. The only thing is we need to change ourselves. We never wanted, things like मैं इनको बोलूँगी कि ये बदल जाएं, तो मेरे challenges खत्म हो जाएंगे. We both are from a different platform, but we are sitting here discussing one common topic. So this is a perfect example of improving diversity in leadership. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. From your experience, what are some examples of improving diversity at leadership level in practice? I know it's a very similar question to what you just answered.
Yeah, I'll take that one. So improving diversity at workplaces needs a very conscious, effort and the decision. We always talk highly that, we should have a diverse culture, diverse leadership, diverse people. But it rarely sees in action when, it really comes in recruitment or, talent acquisition. When we talk, we typically just go by the gut and we don't really take a conscious effort in shortlisting or, tapping the talent which is very diverse. So that has to come a little more, the passive hunting, passiveness will not really work because then we remain in our comfort zone. So it has to be a little more conscious effort. Like in our company at Techspian, we emphasize a lot on gender diversity. We have 45% women working here. So that is a very conscious effort that we have always, right from the beginning, thought and believed in. We do a lot of effort in leadership as well. Like we have about 35% people who are women in leadership, so that it brings a lot of different perspective, and then that helps in a lot of motivation and execution. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So my questions are very similar. What advice or tips do you have for succeeding in improving diversity at leadership level?
As a leader, I must say that every person in my organization must feel valued, must feel that his or her opinion matters. So the tip is to hear everyone. We are not supposed to impose our decisions. So even if you have a mindset, say it goes like this Gulzar has said, आप अपनी जगह सही होंगे, मगर हम आपसे इत्तेफाक नहीं रखते. इत्तेफाक ना रखते हुए भी एक ही डायरेक्शन में काम करना, एक ही दिशा में चलना, दिशा विहीन होके नहीं चलना. गोल, the common goal which all of us as an organization share, that's what I feel is very, very important. As a leader, I am not there to be the friends with everyone, but my purpose is to create friendly environment, and that can only be created with good knowledge and having empathy in heart. I cannot be a good leader if I keep on working with my brains only. So the coordination of head, heart and hands, that works. That really works. If you listen to the other person, and that sometimes as a leader we ignore also, because the scarcity of time की कमी होने की वजह से कई बार, because we are supposed to meet the deadlines, and at times the deficiency in our budget, financial deficiency, that also leads to many challenges as well. But keeping that everything aside, at least listen what other person wants to say. And here on this platform, I got this opportunity to share with all of you learned people here that whenever you hire or recruit new persons to the organization, just ask for the CV where name should not be mentioned. Just go for the experience, whatever the person is doing, that experience and the core skills the person is having. Don't hire a person by the name. Name may still give you an eye wash, but then core competence, which we are looking for as an organization. Like in my organization, though it is a very small organization where we have more than 5,000 students on roll, and it is an institution which is 135 years old. The challenge is to take care of all social segments, emotional segments, psychological segments, and if we go by the name, in North India as it is, we go by the color of the skin as well. We need to forget that, and having the full knowledge and having a mindset who is ready to listen. What other person wants to say, that is more important, I feel.
Absolutely right, ma'am.
I just want to add just one line, what she said. You know, beautiful, she has put in her words that, you know, communication is very, very important. So being working in the field of sound and music, so one thing I understand that, you know, sometimes it is very difficult to listen everything because you don't know, you know, there are like thousands things, many thousands things were going in your head. But the main important thing is you need to speak. You need to vent out. Either a person is listening or not, you need to vent out. Because that's the main concern. Because once your suppressed thought will come out, your body, your mind will be clear and your heart will bloom. And you can, you know, you can grow. Yes, yes, absolutely.
A person who is heard is guarantee of loyalty towards the organization. If nobody is listening to your ideas, then person leaves, like the productivity goes lesser. So it has to be heard, but we cannot hear everyone also. So decentralization of your leadership can still be done.
Thank you so much. What do we do if individual, group, industry need to inspire more people to embrace improving diversity at leadership level? This would be our last question, so the three of you could answer. What do we do if individual, group, and industry what do they need to do to inspire more people to embrace improving diversity at leadership level?
See, the basic and one statement for this question is, if you want to increase the productivity of your organization, if you want to have a reputed organization, then you have to understand the basic concept of understanding the diversity and अंडरस्टैंडिंग द एम्प्लॉय नेचर. इसीलिए आजकल ना सबसे ज़्यादा IQ एंड EQ टेस्ट होते हैं. आप जितनी भी कंपनीज़ में जाइए, बच्चों के जाइए, बिकॉज अकेडमिक नॉलेज इज़ ओके, बट जहाँ पर हम बात करते हैं परफॉर्मेंस की, जहाँ पे हम बात करते हैं टारगेट्स की, see, you are absolutely fine. You are topper all the time. You are topping in your offices and everywhere, okay? But your morale is down. You don't feel like working. You feel like burden. What will you do? And where, suppose if you are, you know, in some other part of your country, what will you do? So this is the most important thing. If you actually wanted to grow yourself, then you need to understand this. And the basic and one-liner statement for this is just communicate. Whatever you feel like, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling not okay, if you're feeling worthless, just talk. Talk and vent out, because suppression can bring you at a stage of damage. So I always speak in my every talk that, you know, if you kill suppression, it will turn into disease. Do you think that? You can break disease, because dis-ease and diversity itself says disease means dis-ease. Dis-ease. Anything in which you are not ease, anything in which you are not comfortable, that will bring you under disease. So I have written a few books, and I have written one book recently in which I have beautifully explained this concept, where communication is very, very, very important. The book name is Brahm Se Brahman. The universe inside you is universe outside. If you understand yourself, you can understand another person. So it's better to understand yourself first rather than understanding the another person, rather than finding out faults in other person. understand yourself. If you are not able to speak, you have to understand why you are not able to speak. हमेशा ऐसा नहीं होता कि आपको सुनने वाला कोई नहीं मिलता है. आप ये सोच के देखिए क्या आप बोलने वाले हैं. ये हमें आत्मचिंतन करना है, तभी हम आत्मनिर्भर बन पाएंगे. Thank you.
Thank you so
Very
much.
rightly
Any
said,
last-
Dr. Saab. Before you look around, just look inside first and come up. एक बार विश्वास करके देखिए. हाँ जी, विश्वास होगा तो घात भी होगा, लेकिन विश्वास पात्र भी तभी मिलेंगे. And I would say, I have come so far. While I'm talking of the kilometers, not that I have come so far, not in my biological age, but yes, certainly I am meeting new people here, and this is again diversification. Anekta mein ekta, and we are meeting new people, and we are getting new ideas. When in this scenario, with the post-COVID kind of challenging era, we have WWF, that is World Wide Web. We are in the web, where professional life and personal life, it's almost one only. There is
Yes.
no personal life.
Yeah.
It is all professional. And this EQ, as Dr. Saab had just said, EQ is emotional quotient, and then there is SQ as well, social quotient as well. Socially हम कितने लोगों से मिल पाते हैं और कितने लोगों को trust कर पाते हैं. So we should not have trust issues with own self. With own self, you should be confident of your own self. That's what. Thank you so much, and thank you Times for inviting us here, and thank you wonderful people, and congratulations to all of you for having award today. I am sure all of you are getting, and please share it from wherever you have come. Please share it with your team as well. Thank you so much. Have a good evening ahead.
Thank you so much for your wonderful words. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for our panelists. Thank you so much. And to felicitate our panelists, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Prem Yadav, Deputy Chief Manager, BCCL Response. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause, please. Can we begin with Mrs. Rachna Monga? Dr. Anju Sharma. Let's have a huge round of applause, please. And last but not the least, Miss Archana Garg. Thank you so very much. It's truly been an honor.